Ever feel like you're doing everything right, reading the books, setting goals, maybe even journaling, but you still feel stuck? Like you're moving, but not really moving forward. Today, we're going to talk about why that happens, and more importantly, how to finally break free. Because feeling stuck isn't a sign that you failed. It's actually a signal your mind is trying to tell you something important. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 3 hidden reasons most people stay stuck. You'll have a simple framework to regain clarity and momentum. And you'll learn how to shift your identity so you never get trapped in that same loop again. Let's start by unpacking what feeling stuck really means. It's not just about a lack of progress. It's a feeling of being in limbo, where your efforts don't seem to translate into real change. It's frustrating, and it can drain your energy and hope. But here's the good news. It's a common experience, and it's something you have the power to change. It's a sign that you're on the verge of a breakthrough, not a breakdown. So, let's get into it. First, let's talk about why you feel stuck. The number 1 reason isn't what you think. You're not lacking motivation. You're lacking clarity. Most people believe they're just lazy or unmotivated. But the truth is, you're likely just unclear about what you genuinely want. You can't feel driven when your vision is fuzzy. Think of it like trying to drive in thick fog. Your natural instinct is to slow down or stop altogether. Your mind is doing the same thing. Here's a quick exercise for you. Ask yourself, right now, what do I actually want? Not what I think I should want. What does success look like for me, right here, in this season of my life? Be honest. Is it a career change? A deeper relationship? More creative freedom? You'd be amazed at how much energy returns once you get specific. Clarity creates movement. Confusion creates paralysis. So take a moment, get clear, and watch the fog start to lift. The second reason you feel stuck is that you're subconsciously avoiding discomfort. Let's be real for a second. You're not actually afraid of failure. You're afraid of feeling like a failure. There's a huge difference. Most of us avoid progress because progress feels uncomfortable. Growth triggers resistance in our brains because it sees change as a potential danger. When you think about starting a business, posting your work online, or applying for that big new opportunity, your brain immediately whispers, what if it doesn't work out? What if people judge you? That's not weakness. That's your brain's ancient protective wiring kicking in. Your mind would rather keep you in a state of predictable misery than risk the uncertainty of potential happiness. But here's the key. Discomfort is the price of admission to the next version of yourself. You simply cannot expand your life without expanding what you're willing to feel. The third hidden reason you're stuck is that you're trying to think your way out of an emotional problem. When we feel stuck, our default response is to overthink. We search for more information, more strategies, more of those aha moments we see online. But overthinking is often just a coping mechanism. It keeps you busy analyzing instead of actually acting. The truth is, about 80% of what keeps us stuck isn't mentalized emotional. You might be holding on to guilt from the past, fear about the future, or resentment that's clogging up your energy. You don't need another color-coded plan. You need a release. So give yourself permission to feel. Cry if you need to. Journal it all out. Talk to a friend or a therapist. Let your emotions move through you so your energy can finally move forward too. Okay, so now that we know why we get stuck, let's move into the practical part. The 3-step framework to break the cycle for good. Step 1 is awareness. Name the loop. You can't change a pattern you don't understand. So take a few minutes today and identify your specific loop. Ask yourself, what situation keeps repeating in my life? Where do I always seem to quit or hesitate? Then, write down what your stuck story sounds like. Maybe it's, I'm not ready yet. Or, I'll start when I have more time. Or the classic, I needed to be perfect first. That story, whatever it is your loop. Just naming it, seeing it written down takes away so much of its power. Once you see it for what it is, which is just a habit of thought, you start to realize you've been standing in an open cage this whole time. The bars were never locked. Now for step 2, action. The goal here is to create momentum fast. Clarity without action is just daydreaming. The quickest way to break inertia is through micro-action. Don't wait until you feel confident or motivated. Confidence isn't a prerequisite for action. It's a result of consistency. Here's how you do it. Pick one small action you can take in the next 5 minutes. Seriously, 5 minutes. Set a timer and just do it before you have time to talk yourself out of it. This simple trick works because momentum rewires your brain's association with progress. Each tiny action becomes proof that change is possible. For example, if you want to start a YouTube channel, film a 30-second test clip on your phone right now. If you want to get in shape, just walk around the block once. These micro-actions compound much faster than you think. And finally, step 3 is identity. Redefine who you are. Lasting change only happens when your identity catches up to your goals. You have to stop trying to become something in the future and start being it now in small, tangible ways. Start saying to yourself, I'm a consistent person. I am someone who follows through. I keep the promises I make to myself. When you start embodying these beliefs, even in the smallest actions, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. You're no longer fighting to find motivation every day. You're simply acting in alignment with who you are. Action becomes effortless because it's just what a person like you does. Let's zoom out for a moment and look at the science and even the spiritual side of why this framework is so effective. Neuroscience shows that your brain has a filter called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Its job is to prioritize what you focus on. When you declare a new identity like I am a consistent person and you take small actions to back it up, your brain literally starts noticing more opportunities to support that belief. Starts filtering your reality to match your new identity. Spiritually speaking, what you believe about yourself is what you attract into your life. You can't manifest a life of freedom from a mindset of fear and limitation. You have to believe you are worthy of movement before the movement actually shows up. So yes, you need a strategy, but you also need faith. Faith that your small actions matter. Faith that your own pace is perfect for you. And faith that the person you are becoming is already inside of you, just waiting to be acknowledged. To make this all super practical, here's a 5-minute daily reset plan you can use to keep your momentum alive. First, write down one line of gratitude, what's working in your life today. Second, write down one thing to release, fear, doubt, overthinking. Third, set one micro goal, something that takes less than 10 minutes to complete. Fourth, take 30 seconds to visualize your future self, feeling how it feels to have already achieved your goal. And finally, end with a truth statement. I am moving forward. Even when it's slow, this simple ritual resets your focus daily without pressure or burnout, ensuring you're always making progress. So, if you've been feeling stuck, please remember this. You are not broken. You are just buffering before your next big breakthrough. Clarity, action, and identity. That's your roadmap out. The longer you wait, the heavier that feeling of stuck becomes. But the very moment you take one small step even, a shaky wand, the energy starts to shift. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Create it, because freedom isn't something you find out there. It's something you decide on, right here, right now. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd hit that like button and subscribe for more content on living a more intentional life. I'll see you in the next one.